Hello and welcome to another episode of Explore with Gabriel. If you're new to this channel, please remember to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell. What do we have today? This is Dr. Gabriel Kiawi coming to you live, and I'm here to introduce Miss Vera Aka. Miss Vera Aka, welcome to this episode. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you so much, Dr. Gabriel County.
Thank you. Can you please tell our viewers a little bit about something about what you do?
Sure. Hello, viewers. If you're just tuning in, welcome to Explore with Gabriel. My name is Vera Aka. I'm a licensed financial professional. What I do in our organization is we sit with families and identify those situations that may cause chaos and anxiety. And for the most part, people do not think about it. What are these events? Sickness, death, and loss of income. So today I'm going to be sharing some financial tips on how to address those events or to reduce the chaos and anxiety that comes with it. Thank you, Ms. Gipple.
My pleasure. So now that she's told you a little bit of what she does, let's go in depth and find out a few of these things, right? So before we go into that, are you insured? So do you have car insurance? Do you have other insurance? Do you have home insurance? Now, what about life insurance that will create generational wealth for you? Can Ms. Vera tell us a little bit about that?
Thank you so much. Absolutely. Viewers, I do understand that we are forced to pay car insurance for reasons that are unknown to us. But I bring you good news. What is important is, for the most part, we do not really take it to mind to understand that we need to get insured before even insuring those items, right? Think about it. If you are not insured and something happens to your car, it don't matter if you broke your head or something happens to your brain. They only are interested in replacing their car. So that brings me to my question right now. Who is more important? Is it the car or is it you? Do you value the car more or do you value yourself? And a lot of people always think that life insurance pays out only when you die. But I bring you good news. Remember the days where we used to have the Nokia phone, the clappers, the flippers? How many people do have the smartphones? So life insurance have evolved a lot. And instead of those products that always paid only when you die, we now have products that have evolved, just like our iPhones, right? I know you're iPhone users. You pay for that over probably $1,500 or so, but you barely have life insurance for yourself.
Right.
So I'm here today to let you out on those secrets, and hopefully you have an open mind. The information that we share today may be good for you, but even if it's not good for you, make sure to share this information with one other person. You may save a life by doing that. Thank you, Ms. Gibble.
My pleasure, my pleasure. So did that prick your mind to some extent? Are you now thinking, hey, what are you talking about? So what's life insurance? So that brings us to our next question. Do you have kids? This is to our viewers. And if you do have kids, do you have any plans for their future? Ms. Vera, tell us a little bit about that.
Thank you so much. Obviously, we do have kids, and based on our demographic, for the most part, I know I've sat with some clients from African descent, and the most common response I get is, no one did it for me, so the kids is gonna figure out their way. But I'm here to let you know something. If you want to change, this change should and must start from you. Exactly. And anything you do out here, you have to make it, if it's got to be, it's going to be up to you, right? So you do not want your kids to probably go through the same stress that you went through before you're where you are today. Exactly. So it's good to plan for their future. And these products are really not costly. You can start up with your child as early or as young as 2 weeks old. Mm-hmm. This is what the Western generations are really using to create generational wealth for themselves and their family. I know we always wonder, how come some people are just so rich, and you go to school, you see some students are really not bothered about the tuition and all of that, because they got set up since when they were young for the most part.
Right.
So starting up your kids young, it's really important. And I'll be sharing some details as we move forward in our conversation today. So it's really important if you do not have anything for your kids. Oh, by the way, I do know some of our folks say, oh, I do have a 529. I'm here to let you out on a secret. That is also good, and it's really thoughtful that you had such idea for your kids. But what if I'm able to show you an option that you'll be able to have much more leverage, much more flexibility, and also have your kids do just whatever they need to do, because the 529 limits you just to like the student loan and the tuition.
Right.
Gone are those days where you get your student loan gets sent to your house as a check or whatever. That money can only be used for tuition. So what if I'm here to share with you something that will have all of these inclusions? Would you at least give us a listening ear to at least share what we do, and then we can go from there? And by the way, don't think it's so good to be true, because you have to qualify. Thank you.
My pleasure. Oh my goodness. Was that good or what? Are you pricked enough? Do you want more information? So speaking of the 529, I'm a good example, right? So when we started off, we had our kids. I have 2 daughters, and we had our daughters under the 529 until we found out about WFG. And we enrolled our kids, and we got into Trans-America from the moment where the youngest was just a couple months old and the oldest was barely 2 months old. And now we are very certain, like I'm sitting here right now, and I know pretty well that my kids are not going to have to figure out where to get money, or I wouldn't even, or my husband and I wouldn't have to figure out where to get money to fund their college. They can choose whatever college they want to go to, and the fundings will be there for them to achieve that. And on top of that, they can get that money and take care of their college lives, buy their cars, do anything they want to do with that. But of course now, as parents, we have to train them how to spend that money, right? So if you want to know more, let's keep going. Stay tuned and listen for more. So now that you've known about what you can do to plan for your kids' future, do you know about the probate? Miss Vera, tell them a little bit of something about the probate system.
Great. So I know a lot of us are here, right? We belong to these little meetings, which is really thoughtful for us to try to keep our social gatherings and our social commitment really up to date. But I want to let you know that with any of those things, you're helping save yourself probably about 1%. Because I've had situations and I've had clients as well that had joint account, and because one of the spouse passed away, I had that situation that was, I think, a year and something ago. This, my client, they probably didn't have anything set up, but I only found out about that at a later part. This is what happened. The probate system is a system wherein the government comes in to settle debts of a deceased person and make sure to take care of all the loans that you may have. It may be student loan, bank loan, or just whatever you may have, mortgages as well that were all pending.
Let me pause you on that. Hello, viewers. Are you paying attention to what Miss Vera is listing out? I had to stop just to draw your attention to what she's saying. All right? So please pay close attention. This is very, very important.
Great. So with the probate system, most essentially, I want to let you know you need to protect your assets and your property. If you do have a house and your child is set as the beneficiary, you should understand that no property would be passed on to your child unless they are an adult. So how about you set up a trust that will be able to safely transition that property when you're no more by assigning a trustee to your trust. And so in a case that if God forbid something happens, setting up a health directive as well can help you take care of that in advance, and also help the distribution of your asset, because I bet you do not want to work this hard and let everything go to the government.
Hey, let's use an example, guys. Maybe that will prick your mind some more. Do you know a famous Wakanda fan? He's of late now. What's his name again? Boseman Chadwick. Yes. Wakanda Forever. No, Black Panther actually. Wakanda Forever just came out, right? So tell them a little bit about Boseman Chadwick, what transpired after his death.
Great. So because Boseman Chadwick didn't have everything set up for himself, he didn't have a trust to protect his asset, and we can as well share the picture for the viewers.
Yes.
He didn't have his asset protected, so I think over 1/3 of his wealth went to the probate court because it wasn't set up properly. He didn't have anything.
No trust
and
fund, nothing.
If he had the trust fund, everything would have transitioned to his family. No stress, avoiding the probate court, and they would have gotten 100%. And just to let you out on a secret, if you're barely trying to go through your ends means now, probate system is no joke. You gotta pay a lot of money, like huge chunk.
Tell me about it.
And lawyers are not cheap. You see, we're giving you information for free if you need to talk to a lawyer even for 30 minutes about a family situation, probate related. We're not talking less than $5,000.
Thank you. That's lots of money.
Exactly.
That's someone's monthly income, right? So think about that, guys. We're giving you free information just for you to go and prick your minds and think about that. And this is very important, right? So now that Ms. Vera has emphasized on the probate system, let me take you guys to the deal of the day. Huh? Okay. So we're going to talk about Index Universal Life. In short, IUL. So all what Ms. Vera has been describing boils down to IUL. What is IUL? Can you tell our viewers in depth what IUL is and incorporate all what we've just talked about into that?
Absolutely. Thank you. For the most part, IUL is Index Universal Life. Our aim on this video is not to sell you any product, but to let you know that there are options that you could use to either protect your family, build generational wealth, get protected from your income, job loss, have a safe way to transition your income down the line, and have generational wealth. So IUL is a product, it's a investment strategy that you could actually structure it in whichever way, every which way you want.
Right.
It comes with a flexible premium. It gives you the option to save money in. Just like I mentioned, the case of our, Nokia clappers, flippers, right? A lot of people understood that insurance or IUL, which is part of an insurance vehicle, only pays out when you die. I want to let you out in a secret. With this product, it comes with a living benefit portion, wherein you could, it teaches you the discipline to save money, and you can use it down the line for just whatever. You can set up this policy you can customize it for your retirement plan. You can customize it for your student's college. You can customize it for whatever project you may have that may be 2-3 years down the line. And this is not a get rich quick situation. No. And I don't want you coming at Dr. Gepu.
Please don't come out at me.
Don't come at her.
We're just helping you out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She is not a financial professional. I'm the one, so she's gonna direct you to getting the right information.
We're trying to get you be informed.
Exactly. Yeah. All we're trying to do is inform you. So how about, do you have an instant estate for yourself? Do you have your little $10,000 that you put in your 401k for a year? What would your $10,000 that you put in your 401k do for you? How about if I show you a product where you just switch the bucket where you put in that money, and it comes with over $2 million worth of instant estate based on your age?
And our viewers are aware that 401k is volatile, right? It's just like your crypto. It's like stocks. It's volatile. Let me speak for myself, right? My employer, I do have 401k, retirement benefit. And during the summer, with all the inflation and everything, it plummeted down a good amount of percentage, right? So your 401k can just wake up overnight and the amount will drop down drastically. But what if you were to transfer that to an annuity plan?
Thank you. Yeah, annuity is also an option. And I want to let you out on a secret as well. This is the bucket that a lot of the rich, the top 1% or the top 5% in America has been using to create generational wealth for ages. This has been around since 1913. And let me let you out in a secret as well. If you're just doubting whatever information we're saying on here, you can reach out, and we do have every proof, and we could also share with you some of the books that this information is there. Also, a lot of us do not read.
You can say that again, especially in our community. In our community, we talk about books. No one is paying attention to books, right? So many times I post, can someone read this book? Then someone will call me, what is in the book again? And I'm like, no, I asked you to read the book. Just read the book. It's filled with information in there, right?
A lot of us do not read, and I know we are all challenged when we get to the airport. We need to like read. At least you're looking at the terminal and stuff because you don't want to lose something.
Right.
I beg you or call you out on this. If you put that same kind of attention that you put to things that you feel you're losing something, you're already losing all of your assets if you're not doing anything to protect them at this point.
Exactly. And remember, you do not want, if your family member dies, you do not want them to go on a GoFundMe to sponsor that, that process, right? So if you have this life insurance program, you can actually get some money out of there and sponsor. And your family member is dying with no worries. Like now, I know that, hey, I never know, right? If I wake up tomorrow, or I don't wake up tomorrow, I know that my family is in good hands. They don't have to worry. All they have to worry about is cry for me. I know Miss Vera is like, don't talk about it. But I'm being real, guys. We're talking about real stuff. I'm talking about real stuff because we just lost a friend from a group. And we didn't expect her dying anytime soon, right? So it can happen to anyone. So what I'm saying is, if I wake up tomorrow and I'm not breathing any longer, I know my family is in good hands. They won't have to worry about me financially. They'll worry about the fact that they have lost me. My kids will cry, my husband will cry, my family members and friends will cry. But financial wise, everything is going to be intact, right? So think about that. Think about those things, Put everything into consideration.
Okay, great. So yeah, just to end here today, I want to say that about the little 10,000 I was saying that you put in your 401k, you can create an instant estate. You know that estate is protected from today because you got a beneficiary assigned to it. And with this, you're also protected from probate. Like I mentioned, probate, this product is protected. It doesn't report as any income that you do have aside from your 529 and all the other stuff.
Right.
And remember, your bank account is being reported. Once you die, your social security get reported to the national database, and that is how they freeze your account. So what if I'm able to help you switch where you keep money in the wrong places? Would you be able to give us a chance to sit with you? And by the way, you need to qualify. So hurry up and see if you do qualify. And to end with this, I want to say this. Think about this. What happens to families when nobody really thinks about them financially? Let's be honest.
Right.
Nobody really wants to understand what you're going through. Or if the person is not well to do as well, they really cannot help you because they need themselves help. We're here to give you the free education. Hopefully you're able to get some value. We would be sharing
Exactly. Don't worry, guys. I'll put all that information. I'll drop the information there for you in the description box as well. So please be on the lookout for that.
Great. Thank you so much.
Oh, Miss Vera,
for having me today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I hope my viewers, I hope you've been informed, right? So being informed is one thing. Now you need to take action. Are you ready to take action? Because this is very, very serious. Are you ready to fund your kids' future? Are you ready for your kids to just choose whatever college and go to without you being worried about the financial benefits of those, right? Or the financial stress of that? Do you have student loans and you don't want your kids to go through that? Think about all of those things, right? So,
are they planning for their retirement?
Thank you. Are you planning for your retirement?
We're leaving it up to the government.
Okay, right? So like we were saying, the 401k, it fluctuates, right? So you have individuals who had the 401k and they were retired, and because their 401k, as I said, fluctuates, right? All of that amount dropped drastically, and now they had to go back into the workforce and work. Do you want your granddad or your grandmom in their late 60s, late 70s, 80s to go back working for the workforce? I don't think so. So we need to get informed and take action. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this session. And remember, I'm going to drop all that information in here for you. So again, if you're new to this channel, welcome. And do remember to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification button for more videos. We love you all. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao. Thank you.